We have a new Last of Us 2 trailer. I am so excited and I've held off watching it until now. So we know Last of Us Season 2 is coming sometime soon and there's a new trailer. I'm going to watch it and give my live reaction here with you. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, this is Abby, right? It is in the hospital. Oh my God, a code? What's that mean? Oh, the crawling. Oh, that bus looks scary. Joel. Oh my gosh. Okay. Flair. Oh, Season 2. April! Oh my God, that's not long at all. That's literally a couple of months away. That's so exciting. So, some quick things saw then. We've got the hospital here, so I don't know if this will be how the series starts. Season 1 ends with the hospital. It might even be like the first intro of Abby we almost get in it, or that'll be like a flashback. I don't get that. It doesn't matter if you have a code like me. Who's saying that? That's not Ellie. That must be Abby saying that. It doesn't matter if you have a code like me. What does that mean? Is that going to be something to do with like if you're immune or not? Maybe saying that like you're not immune. I don't know. Remember seeing this in the first trailer? It's them like on almost like a watch sort of balcony tower thing, and it looks like they're raising the alarm. And I think basically, I gather this, I think in the last one as well, I think they're basically being overrun here. So I think this is like it's the gate to their peaceful town that they've like created, the lovely community they've made, and clearly it's going to be overrun. And I think that'll be near the start. Like the start will be like showing life all nice and peaceful, and then boom, that gets disrupted. And that'll either, I reckon, happen towards the end of episode 1 or maybe start of season 2, and it'll be like, that's when everything like chaos ensues. Things really get disrupted and mixed up and stuff. Oh, people on fire. Do you think that's when the town gets overrun? That's creepy. Someone crawling. Like, what has happened there? And they almost like they're hiding somewhere. Like, have they captured one and it's broken free? Who's that? That looks like Ellie. I think that's Ellie and Dina. Joel's not there. Why is Joel not with her? Have they been split up? What's happened? Hopefully that's not a sign of something we all know we don't want to happen. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it if you've not played the game, but if you have played the game, you know exactly what I'm on about. Here we have Dina and Ellie dancing, so that's lovely. We're going to see their like relationship unfold. We have 2 horses here. It looks like Joel on the first horse and Ellie on the second. I wonder if this is like a bit of a flashback again. I wonder if this is them running to that like community once they've escaped from the hospital. Or it's either that or it's maybe them fleeing, because it looks like that community is going to get overrun. Maybe this is them fleeing. It looks like there could be someone on the horse behind, like on the same horse as Joel behind him, and someone else. So I wonder who that third person could be. There's Abby again, looking very upset. That's Dina there on a bus, and this bus looks creepy. There's skeletons on it. That looks like a very scary, tense scene. Oh, there's Joel crying. Yes, because I remember as well, in the first trailer, it's Catherine O'Hara basically being his therapist. I think there's going to be a lot of flashbacks in this, and it's going to be told through Joel basically having a therapy session, and Catherine O'Hara basically saying to Joel, like, you need to tell Ellie the truth and all that sort of thing. So I think there's going to be a lot of that, and Joel basically working through some things. Who was that? Wait, is that Ellie? So I thought that was Dina giving birth. But it looks like Ellie, but it also looks like she could be giving birth. Or, I don't know, maybe she's been hurt? That almost looks like maybe she's been hurt and they're like helping her, because she is in, like, do you know what I mean? She looks like she's in pain. She's not just like upset, she looks in pain. So it isn't just like she's figured something out. She's lying in what looks like a hospital bed, which makes me think she's, you know, been injured or something. This looks like it could be in the hospital or somewhere, because the red light is like the emergency light. She's facing someone off. Who's that? Could that be Abby maybe? I don't know. Obviously, it's really hard to tell, but it looks so good. It feels like it's going to be quite action-packed, which I think would be really good. As I'm sure people who know The Last of Us 2 game story are also very just intrigued just to see how close they'll stick to events and stuff. Narration of the top was saying, it doesn't matter if you have a code like me, there are some things everyone agrees are just wrong. So I wonder what that'll be. I wonder if that's at all linked to what like Joel did at the end of the first one with how he saves Ellie. He's doing it for her sake, which is great, but there's a bigger issue there. Like, he took her away, which meant they couldn't make a cure, but he did it to save her, but doing that meant it's putting other people in jeopardy. So maybe it's about that, and that Joel really should have, or maybe it's not about Joel at all. Not sure. But it's just really interesting. I don't know what she means about if you have a code like me. I don't get that. God, it looks so good. And the fact we now know for sure when it's coming out that it's April, that's not long. Look, it's January now, February, that's just like literally a couple of months. We don't obviously have an exact release date, just a general sort of window. But yeah, I think that shows that Abby's going to be a key thing. I mean, in the game, it is like a real split if you play as Ellie and Abby, and it is very much almost like half and half split. So Abby's a very prominent character. I wasn't sure what they would do with the second season because obviously Joel and Ellie are the main characters. I wasn't sure if maybe they would slightly alter it and try and keep the focus on them, but it looks like they are going to still give a lot of focus to Abby, which is good because it means they're sticking to the game and it's sort of true to that story. But yeah, I reckon she will be I think she'll be quite a key part. I wouldn't be surprised if we almost see a bit more of Abby than we do with Ellie, if not maybe the same amount. I think they're going to tell a lot of this from Abby's perspective. I do think it'll obviously be a change of point of views, but I do think tell a lot of it through Abby. But it depends how they wanted to come across, because I personally found in the game, I remember I didn't really like playing as Abby, and I wasn't a huge fan of Abby because the focus is obviously you're learning everything through Ellie. The main focus is Ellie. So then when it went to Abby, I was like, no, I want to be Ellie, and also we learn some things about Abby and things she does as Ellie. So then when you then play as Abby, you're like, no, I don't want to play as Abby because I know some things she does and I don't like her and all that sort of thing. But I reckon it depends. I'm interested to know, they might try and make Abby be more of a likeable character. They might try and get people more on her side, or a little bit like divided and torn. So they might try and show things from her perspective quite early on to keep people on her side, because if they show some things she does, sorry if this sounds a bit cryptic, I'm just trying to say stuff without spoiling it. There's something she does, if we've already had some time in her point of view, we might see it differently than if we're in basically Ellie and Joel's point of view when we see what Abby does, and then go to Abby, because then we might be like, no, we don't want anything to do with her. So it'll just be interesting basically, as if they paint her out as to be more of a villain, or more you're a bit unsure, or if they do try and get us more on her side. It'll be interesting. From this, I feel like they might try and make us be more on her side. I think they're going to do quite a few things from her perspective, but we'll see. Obviously, this is all just theorising. I presume they're going to do the same thing where it's one released a week. Going to be 7 episodes, which is shorter than season 1. Season 3 has been confirmed. Wait, no, I think I did know that. I just wasn't sure how they would do it, because I presume if there is a season 3, that The Last of Us 2 game, I don't think they'll cover the whole second game in this season. I think they're going to do maybe like half or even 2/3 of it, and then do the rest in season 3. But it does say season 3 will be significantly larger. So even though this season's smaller because it's 7 episodes, and I think season 1 was 8. No, sorry, season 1 was 9 and this one's 7, but they've said that season 3 will be significantly larger, and there's the possibility of a 4th season. If they're doing a 4th season, that has to go beyond the game material then, if it doesn't already after season 2, because if they try and drag out season 2 between 3 seasons, that's crazy. They should have definitely I think they should have done 2 seasons per game, to be honest. But I know they are making a Last of Us 3, so potentially they'll either wait until that's out, or even if the story's already made and the game developers know the story, they might be able to give that to the script writers, the people that are making the series, so that they can stick true to the game story in the show and not have to wait for the game release. Don't know how that will work. I think Last of Us 2 is going to be split between 2 seasons, and basically because of things that happen in the game, they're probably going to do things in a different order and slightly prolong things. I think they will do some flashbacks and add some stuff in to prolong it. And that's true. Potentially they will mess around with the timeline a bit and do some things that are in the future, but we don't quite know what's going on. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Can't quite predict it. I'm very excited to see. So yeah, that was my little reaction rundown of The Last of Us Season 2 trailer. What do you guys think? What do you think's going to happen? How do you think they're going to do things? Try not to leave spoilers in the comments though. Want to keep this spoiler free as much as possible. Can't wait. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you stay tuned because I'll be doing like rundowns and reviews of each episode as and when it comes out. So if you'd like to see that, then make sure you're subscribed and hit notifications on so you don't miss that. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you'd give it a big thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, can't wait for season 2. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.